Alrighty, what's up guys? Today's video we're going to be starting off with some maintenance on the Yaris. I think I'm going to work on the suspension of the Miata today. I have another set of wheels that I want to throw on the Yaris. These tires are starting to get bald, but I have to de-stud them. So first, let's get the oil change done on the Yaris. Alrighty, now that I got the oil change done, one more thing that I want to do to the Yaris is the tires are starting to get worn out. So I do have a brand new set of tires here to go on the Yaris. They're my stocks, but they do have metal studs in them because where it snows and these are made for the ice. I already did one, but I have to single-handedly go through and with a screwdriver pick out, see if I can get it to focus there. I have to go through and pick out each and every stud. So I'm going to time lapse that. I'll add some nice music to go over this. Let's get to it. Alright, I have officially finished de-studding the tires. I was gonna put them on right after I finished the time lapse. It started raining. As you can see, the tires are officially de-studded. There are a lot more than that. Once the rain breaks, then I'll time lapse putting these on. And then I also want to put my A-pillar trim back in the Yaris as well. Right now I have a gauge pod, but I'm going to take the gauges out of there, and they're going to go in the Miata at some point. I have my stock A-pillar to put back in. So once the rain breaks, that's what we'll do. Alright, now that the rain has broke, let's get these new wheels and tires put on. Alright, I officially got the rims switched on the Yaris. We went from a 215/40 17 down to a 175/65 15. I hate the stocks. This thing hasn't had stock rims on it since I lowered it. I don't like it. But these tires are pretty well shot, and they're in definitely need of a refresh. I'm definitely not a fan. I'll get some clips of it. Alright, I'm picking this video up on a different day. The rims that I just took off my Yaris, I threw them on Marketplace after the video, and I just listed I'm looking for a trade because I'm looking for new wheels for the Miata. Well, found a guy with a nice set of rims, So we're actually gonna go look at those right now. So I'll catch you there. Alright, so I got all the wheels loaded up in the Yaris. I'm gonna take the drive over there. I'm gonna use this time to talk about the Miata. So I was gonna drive it. It would have been last Monday. I was gonna try and drive the car and daily it for the week. Well, I started it and I was driving it. I got maybe 30 or 40 feet from my driveway, and smoke started rolling out from under the dash. I believe it has a wiring issue. Well, I don't believe, I know it has a wiring issue now. But that's another thing I gotta get sorted out. But these rims, it's gonna be sad to see them go, because now I have the stocks back on the Yaris. But I want a new set of rims for the Miata. I'll take a couple of videos of the rims that are on the Miata right now. They are not in the greatest condition, to say the least. They got cracks. They look terrible. They need new tires. But the rims that I am going to look at to possibly trade straight, I wanted a different setup. The rims that are on it, I think, are 15s. But they're not a great width. I think they're like a 15x6 or 15x7. But for the KBD kit that I want to put on the Miata, 15x8 seems to be the best size. I'm not sure what the offset are on the rims that I'm going to look at. Moving around back there. But they are a really nice set of rims, and it's the exact style that I'm looking for. And if I do get them, I'll see you when we get there. So I literally typed it into my Apple Maps, and it was only a 10-minute drive from my house. But I am actually about to arrive. I don't really want to film anybody else, just for the sake of privacy reasons. But I'll catch you back whenever we either have the rims or we don't. Alright, so I have just left meeting the guy to get the rims, and we did make the trade. I need to be careful because these don't have tires on them, but they are a very expensive set of rims. He was saying they go for like $1,500 a set. They do need refinished. The clear coat's a little bit messed up on them, but that's not hard to do. But they are a beautiful set of rims, like the offset and everything that I was looking for. So now I just have to get a set of tires for them. But I'll take a couple of videos whenever I get back to the house to show you guys what they look like. I'm picking this video up. I'm actually on my way to the post office to ship out 2 orders that I got during the week. So, you know what? Be sure to check out the merch. Get yourself a shirt or 2. 2 different designs on there. But I figured I'd bring you guys along with me. Give a little bit more content. I'm going to work on the Miata whenever I get back. Hopefully get it running again, because it's not running at the moment. So, put you up on my mount here. Alright, I figure once we get back from the post office, try and figure out the issue with the Miata. I ordered a new ignition switch and it came in. So, I'm going to be throwing that in. I don't think that that's going to fix the problem completely, but I was watching a couple different videos. So I have a couple other things that I can try. but I am at a loss for any ideas of why there's no power to I don't have power to the dash. I don't have power to the radio. Certain lights won't work. I checked the fuses and I didn't have any issue with the fuses. The ones that were blown I replaced, but still not getting any power to them. But I'm sure I'll figure it out at some point. Alright, I just dropped off the packages. Now we are going to work on the Miata. So I'll catch you guys, not in my driveway, across the road, because that's where it died on me. Alright, I'll catch you there. Alright, I have made it back to the house. And I'm just at the Miata right now. That just broke. That's nice. Genuinely can't figure out the issue. I don't have the keys with me either. But there's wires everywhere. It wouldn't surprise me if it shorted out. Because it's not the first time that it's shorted out. But I bought an ignition switch that I am going to put in. I'm gonna grab my power probe and I'm going to test a couple of the relays, see if I'm getting power to any of them. But I'll catch you back at the Miata. I have a new ignition switch for the Miata, so we're gonna test that. And I'm back at the Miata. I'm gonna grab that ignition switch, and that's gonna be the first thing I try. I gotta grab my socket set here. But the first thing I'm gonna try is that ignition switch. Here's a spider web. God, it's hot in here. All right. Have the new ignition switch here. I have the old one out already. I'm not very hopeful, but it never hurts to try, and it's a cheap part, so. And they are not the same. Fantastic. All right, well, I guess I'm not trying the ignition switch because the ignition switch is not the right piece. You know what, while I'm here, I'm just gonna take the screwdriver, pop this apart, see what it looks like on the inside. You know what, the contacts in here are broken. Genuinely, that might be my problem. Let me see if the parts store has one, and if the parts store has one, we'll run and grab that. Alright, so O'Reilly's does not have one, and it's $100. So, no thanks. Let's try AutoZone. Do anything else. This is the one that I bought already. Well, I can't even find one on Amazon, so to the internet. Got a ignition switch. This doesn't even fit. Alright, well, should have read the reviews, but oh well. It happens. Alright, so since I bought the wrong part, I was doing some shopping, and the U-Pull-It yard actually has a 94. So I'm gonna swing by there, and I'm gonna see if it was picked over, or if I could find that part. So I'm gonna go take a look right now. Alright, I have made it to the U-Pull yard. And it has been picked through partially. You can see if there's any. Well, I know which piece I need. I need this piece right here. It's still intact. I just got bit by a mosquito. It was a manual car. Intake tube. So this is a 94. So this came with the 1.8. But I'm gonna tear this out because I do need this. And then I'm also gonna grab a couple of fuses because I know some of mine are blown. Had an RS type wheel on it. Alright, let me get this off and I will be right back. Alright, so I got the piece I needed. This car's kind of destroyed. It was definitely picked through already. But it's definitely a flood car too, because it's absolutely disgusting in here. But I don't think there's anything else I need to grab. I didn't bring the tools to grab the suspension or anything, so I'll catch you back at the house. Well, kind of a bummer. The ignition switch, I started to look at it, and the plastic actually broke on the inside of the switch. So, I didn't really find anything to take. So, kind of a wasted trip. I'm gonna go see if they have any Yaris's though. See if I can find any extra pieces for mine. This yard is always picked through. Never really anything good either. If I find a Yaris, I will be back. So they do not have any Yaris's at this yard. They have one Scion IA, which is the same, but all the parts have been stripped off that too. Guess we're gonna make our way back home. There's not really much I can do. I'll probably just end this video off once I get back there. Alrighty, peace. Alright, it is kind of a letdown that they didn't have the piece that we needed. But that was a flood car, so everything was all rusted and destroyed. I didn't get any pieces, so I am gonna have to order it online, unless I find a part out during the week. But I think that's where I'm gonna end this video off for the week. We did get our new rims, so I'm gonna get tires for those. We'll get those mounted up. We're gonna get the new pieces. We're gonna get the Miata running again. But I'd like to thank all you guys who continue to watch and support me. Check out my other social medias. I'll leave them linked in the description. Check out the new merch. I ship them out as soon as I can. Free shipping on all orders. Shirts are only $25. 2 different designs. Check them out, downsouthmediallc.com. But I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.